Hi, this is a quick less than 5-minute tutorial on using Google Calendar. It is something that comes with your Google email address. You can find it up here under the Google Apps waffle, and there it lives with all your other Google apps. These can be moved around, so they are the ones that you use the most, I would put near the top. Let's just say this is an empty blank slate because it's almost a year in the future that you are scheduling a time to meet with somebody on Wednesday. Let's just say I'm going to schedule a book group. So I'm going to double click on that space on Wednesday. I can always edit this. You're going to title it. You can actually, you'll have your date there. You can say when you want it to meet. So maybe I want to meet from 12, 15, 45 minutes is typical. Do I want it to repeat? Do I want it to be every Wednesday at 2? Then I would click weekly on Wednesdays, daily. I could customize that so it met once a week on Wednesdays, but that, on maybe the last day of school, that it ended, and I click done. So you get to pick if you want it weekly, and it saves you a lot of time. I put in birthdays this week, and I have them never ending. So book group, you can add a location. That's not so important. You can change the colors of it. And default visibility means that it's visible to all. You can also make things private. So if you want to keep some things in your calendar private, you can. This is really important if you share your calendars with colleagues. I share my calendar with other educators in the building. And so they don't need to know necessarily. Sometimes I keep like my to-do list in there and it just clogs up my calendar. So I only keep things that are public, that people, if they know where to find me or need to know what I'm doing, I make those public. You can add a description down here. You can add a link. So if it was a Google Doc that you wanted to link in there, or a reminder about what book you're reading. Over here, you can add your guests. So I could add a guest in there to the book group. You can also look at your email lists. So like my high school book group is right here, and I could add that whole group because I've already created that group in my contacts. But typically, you're just going to probably be adding one other person for your calendar, and then you click save. Do you want to send an invite? I don't because this is just a test, and then there it lives. You can click it. Once you click it, you can delete it. If you want to change it, you can edit it. So if it changes and now the meeting is going from, you know, 12:30 to 1:15 and saving that, it's going to ask you, do you want it to change just this one time or for this and all following events or for all the events? And maybe this time it's like, oh, actually all events because our schedule changed. It's going to have to change. Do you want to send an email invite? Don't send. So you get some controls there, over there. So that's how you create an event. Now, when you accept an event, you'll get a notification in email. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is my schedule today, which looks a bit different. And let me just pop it into next week. So you'll see that our administration team right over here on April 3rd has um, I've been invited. I've been invited to join them for this. So it shows up sort of outlined like this, and I can say yes, no, or maybe. So say I say no because April 3rd's my birthday and maybe I've got a birthday party planned for that morning. I could say, just for this event, okay, got it, and it'll cross it out. Now, if you're like me, I like to kind of clean up my calendar. You can click that again, and then you can remove from calendar. And that just for this event because I want to be able to drop in and chat with my team members during other days, but on my birthday, sorry guys, I like you a lot, but maybe I'm going to sleep in and have like French toast for breakfast. So you'll notice that my calendar next week looks really busy. When you share calendars on the side, you'll see them over here on the left-hand side, and I can see that there's lots of other calendars. U32 Zoom, for example, I can uncheck mine and I have nothing, and then I can see actually all these Zoom classes that are happening throughout the school, and I can overlay them with my schedule and then get really dizzy. So then I might just toggle off the U32 Zoom if I need to check Jill's calendar, if I need to look at the equity calendar, I can overlay those calendars on top of my own. But that's a quick tutorial on how to do calendar. And if you want a one-on-one Zoom session with me about setting it up, I'm more than happy to help. Good luck out there. You can do it.